The bottom one, we are doing live calls every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30 for their lunch hour and at 9 p.m. and then on Sundays at 9 p.m. So you can give them that call-in number. There is one of the leaders that will be explaining the business.
Yeah, it's like 10, 20 minutes.
And then the one on top, this is new. I recorded a 10-minute opportunity.
Awesome.
I did it out of necessity.
So good.
But it's 10 minutes, so if people can't get onto the live calls, then you can give them that top number and they can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the information.
May I make a suggestion for people who do, well, for all of them, but specifically the live call-in one, you want to know when they're listening to that so that you can follow up with them. If you wait a week after they've listened to it, tell them, oh, you're going to listen today at your lunchtime? That's awesome. I want you to write down maybe 5 questions or how many questions you have, and I'm going to call you tonight at 7 o'clock. You have got to follow up with them.
The one that's recorded, I give them a code word at the end of it. So you can say what was the code word so you know that they actually listened to the call. If you want to offer them a Clip It or whatever you're going to offer to them. I've been doing a $10 gift card or a free Clip It if they listen, but they have to give the code word, and the code word is bling. Okay, they don't hear that until the very end, so at least you know that they've heard.
That's on the
first recorded
sure,
one. The first one.
And it's literally 10 minutes. Like it's like 10 minutes and 15 seconds or something.
So I
Like
have a
it's
girl
awesome.
that is going to be doing, she's going to be a hostess, and I talked to her, she's like fantastic. And I told her, I contacted her and I said, would you be willing to do this? Because she just seemed really interested. And she said yes. So on the live ones, do they get to ask questions or they're just listening to the live? How does that work?
Depending on how many people are on the call, if there's only a few, then we can open it up for questions at the end. If there's 20, then we wouldn't open it up for questions. Yeah.
But what's nice is, you know, a lot of times people, they may have a hard time getting, they might live in an area that they can't get to one of our OP locations, or they may have things all week long with their family and it makes it hard. That's why it's 9 o'clock at night, because they figure, well, the kids are probably in bed, you know, it's not terribly late, but, you know, it's winding down. But that 10-minute call that Lori pre-recorded is awesome. So they can be driving home from work and listen to that, and then you're gonna call them that night.
And I'm going to give you guys each a challenge to find at least 3 people throughout the next month to give them one of these numbers. Because think about just the more people that you can share with, and again, they don't have to be interested in signing up for Premier. They just have to be people that can understand what it is that you do. Because I can guarantee most people don't understand this is actually a business. They think it's a fun little hobby that you can play in jewelry and make maybe $50. They don't realize that it's an actual business. So once they can hear it, then if they know people that could use some extra money, they can be a great referral source for you. So don't just think of people that would want to do this or would need the money in Premier. Think of people that just know other people, and that really just opens the door to anybody. So
And
I
if you're
challenge you
looking
to share
to
with
like
at least 3.
freshen yourself up for being sitting down one-on-one with somebody, listen to Lori's pre-recorded call on how to share the business. Because it's basically an OP that you're listening to. Listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because it's the marketing plan, you know? So you don't get all fumbled with your words.
Can I suggest too, if you know that you have someone getting on one of these live calls, each of us do it just a little bit differently. Excuse me, a little bit differently. So if you have the chance, listen to the same, like get on when you know that your guest is on, because then you're hearing exactly what she's hearing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because we each say things, it's all the same information, but she might have a question about maybe the way we said it or whatever. And then at least you know that you've heard the same thing she has heard, and then you guys can chat about it easier, I think.
And the key for this is follow up. Pardon?
Is there a maximum number that can dial in? How does it work?
I've never been queued out of. No.
But we can see who dialed in.
Yeah, we can.
What you can do is if you want to listen with that person, you can call that person and then do 3-way calling.
Yeah.
So you call them, and then you're just going to add in the live OP number. So then you're all of you are on the same, and you can then you can hang up with the live OP at the end, then talk to your person.
That's smart. Because then you can't escape the follow up and you don't play this, you know, cat and dog or cat and mouse game where they're trying to catch up with each other.
Follow up is huge.
Pardon? This is a toll number?
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
Oh, it's free?
No, it's not.
No.
712. But you
From
know
a cell
what?
phone.
From a
but-
cell phone.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
a cell phone, they're all free, but not from your home phone.
It's so funny.
There are still people that have home phones.
I know. It's so funny. It's so funny. Some college kid asked me the other day what a long distance, not the other day, but has asked me in the past what a long distance phone call was. I was like, I am old.
Okay, back to the sheet. This was just a little
Okay, back to
intermission.
the sheet.
All
So that
right.
was good. And if you have a team, tell them that,
What?
okay? If you have a team, tell them about the numbers, okay? Especially if they're not here. Where are we?
Building a business.
Oh, I can close my one-on-ones or OPs effectively. Okay, so think about what your closing ratio is. If you share the business with 4 people, on average, 1 is going to become a jeweler.
I hold my own trainings with my downline. So again, if you have a downline of girls, do you do things aside from just our big trainings with them? Again, just to build those relationships.
I utilize my 30-second commercial confidently. What's that mean? Did somebody ask that? When somebody asks you what you do you know what to say? Do you know to say, I have the best job in America. Oh my God, I get to give away jewelry for free, and I teach other women how to run successful home-based businesses. I'd love to tell you more about it. That's what you say.
I have a question. I was at the doctor's today and she's like, oh, I love your necklace. Then she put her stethoscope in. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah, I'm just talking to it.
After she was done, I gave her a mini Cadillac. So she seemed like she might actually go.
There we go.
Always get her information.
But just think about what you say. Do you say I sell? Because a lot of times people will hear the word sell and they go, yeah, I don't want that. So think about how you are confidently expressing what it is that you do.
And practice it in the car.
Can you see what you said?
Oh, this is what Elizabeth Draper says, so I just stole it.
Carrie, I love your necklace.
Why, thank you. Oh, you stinker. Why, thank you. Oh, you know what? What am I wearing? This is one of my favorite pieces from the Premier Designs line. Have you heard about it?
No.
Oh my gosh, I got to get you a catalog. You know, I have the best job in America. I'd love to give you this for free. Would you like to learn how?
I sure would.
All right. Before you go, thank you, and walk away and go.
I am involved in networking events or vendor events to meet new people. So booking shows are great, but if you need to get out of your circle of those same shows, or if you want to see just new areas, book as many vendor events, especially this time of year. You could be busy every single weekend if you wanted to.
I can't.
Craigslist, driver. I was just driving up in Irondequoit. There was a sign on one of the churches that said Craft Bazaar. I just called them. So like, keep your eyes open when you're driving. Found a lot that way. Yes.
I have a couple of friends that sell Mary Kay, and what's the food?
Tastefully simple. Tastefully simple.
Yeah,
Tastefully
simple. And I was telling them, they asked me what I do, and I said I get jewelry for free as a job. Like, what do you mean? And then a couple of days later, they called me back, and I'm doing Mary Kay, and 2 weeks on a Tuesday, they're having a vendor, free of charge. She's like, just come, show your stuff, and so I'm going to that, and then also the same thing with Tastefully Simple.
There's also a Facebook page,
Yes.
like Rochester Vendor Group or something like that, and they always post on. You gotta be quick on that because sometimes they go fast. You know,
If you're willing to travel, nobody's ever this premiere. So
Right.
yeah,
All those different churches and stuff.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Networking events, Rochester Young Professionals is a huge,
Yes.
I mean, and it's people everywhere between like 22 to up to 40-ish, so.
That is the one we did last year.
We can do it again. I just got the call.
Oh, can I do what we do? Awesome. And then we,
Sorry, that was taken.
sorry, I booked the show, and then guess what? From that show, I met Leslie, and now she's a jeweler. So I went to an event, I booked a show, at that show I met Leslie.
And my first year, me and Melissa Belpano, I think we did, how many that year? I think like 12. It was ridiculous. But since I can trace back shows I still have now back to that first year, different vendor events. So they really work out well.
Let me ask you this: how much money did we make when we did that last year?
Not very much.
I really don't think we did because it was a horrible storm. But you don't go for the selling aspect. You go for the people, the contacts, the booking the shows, the getting leads for potential jewelers. Yep.
So what do you actually do at the vendor event? Like, what do you have, like a drawing so people put their information? Like, how do you like run it?
you can do different ways. Like what I normally do is I have like a charm bracelet or a tennis bracelet or a retired piece of jewelry laying there, and the little cards that I got off the incentive site that they have to fill it out. It's a prize drawing card. They fill it out, they put their information in, and somebody could win this, or you could win a $25 gift card or something. You could choose to put all retired pieces or pieces that you're trying to move out and sell them inexpensively. Lori does a great bling board. You want to explain that?
Yep. Pretty much everyone that puts their name in wins.
Yeah.
There's no loser in that drawing.
Right.
Yes, if you're giving away a retired piece of jewelry, then obviously one person is going to win that piece of jewelry, but then everybody else is winning something else, and it's free jewelry at their own show. But there's also something called a bling board, and you can YouTube it. There's a great YouTube video out there, but a lot of people are making these bling boards right now, or a roll to win
It doesn't
board.
really have to be that fancy. Lori's yours was cute, but it wasn't
Mine's very
terribly
simple.
like frou-frou. It
No.
was perfect.
I got one of those, those picture boards with like the
Ribbon.
The ribbon.
Yeah.
I just have one of those. I've got little diamonds that I printed off of Word. You just search Word diamonds. Printed those out and I put the dates that I want to book. On the back of it is a prize. Obviously, the dates that are closer to when I want to book is a bigger prize. As I moved out, then it was like a charm bracelet. So I did a $50 gift card for that first date as close as I could.
It was like January 3rd.
Yeah, and then like $20 gift cards. I did a couple $25 gift cards, and then some charm bracelets.
And couldn't you also
And then-
do like the hair clips
You
and
can
the
do whatever.
scarves and
There's no
stuff
bad
off the
giveaway.
incentive site?
Yeah.
Yep, whatever you want to give away. So then as they pick the date, they pick a prize.
And then if you do that, like you said, you guys go together,
Mhm.
how do you just like blindly
We-
split the
we did.
contacts?
Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
And then as people come up to the table, like I would take the first one, then she would take one, and whoever built that relationship with that person, if they booked, we would kind of take that one with us.
Yep. Because once you do one, they like send you the information for the next year's stuff, kind of like on the list, kind of, their vendor list and things. I consistently sponsor 7 to 10 new jewelers a year. So this is for people who want to grow and build a business. Sorry, Leslie, that I missed your question. I'm horrible.
That's fine.
Next time.
I'll catch you on the flip side. I have something for you. 7 to 10 new jewelers. That's for people who want to grow, who want to build a business, and that's just basically requalifying yourself as a designer every year. So if you shoot to sponsor 7 to 10 jewelers every year, you're basically requalifying yourself as a designer every year, because people will fall off, new people will come on. So it's just really good habit to get into.
We're going to skip over the I'm confident to build new leaders, because that will be, again, for building your business. Moving on to the attitudes and beliefs. What do you believe about your business? This is huge. Do you believe that Premier works? Do you believe that you can be successful in the business? Because whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right. Okay? Do you fully believe in the philosophy, the purpose, and the plan of Premier? This is huge. The philosophy of Premier is to honor God and serve people. The purpose of this business is to enrich every life that we touch, and the plan is through the home show business. So do you believe in all the aspects of what Premier is? Because that's going to kind of dictate what your beliefs are, and if you believe that you can do this business.
And beliefs dictate attitude. Attitude dictates action, right? Action dictates results. Results dictate success. All in one giant wheel. Okay. Do you have a glass half full personality? Like the man cuts you off in front of you when you're driving, instead of swearing like I would, do you say, man, he must be in a hurry, I bet something's really important in his life.
I try to say God help him.
Yes.